everyone, today I'll be explaining the game Cursed Digicam. I won't be covering the entire story and just my interpretation of what I think happened based on piecing together clues. There will be many spoilers ahead, so if you didn't watch or play the game, I suggest you do so first. Just a fair warning, there will be sensitive and triggering content. Viewer discretion is advised. So we're playing the father of Mitsuka. Mitsuka is his daughter. We start out at the park in the beginning, and she talks about being on the swings and is having a race with them. They might have jumped off of the swings and then you see the screen crack or split. So to me that signifies that she must have hit her head and fractured maybe her skull. She goes home, goes to bed. The dad's not home because he's working. She wakes up in the middle of the night. She makes a phone call and she tells him that her head is hurting, and then we see her pass out. And we don't know how much time has passed, but it must still be nighttime or a couple hours later because he turns on the light and then he sees her body on the ground. She must have died from her injury. So to combat or cope with the loss of his daughter and the guilt of her death because of him not being present, he decides to kidnap a girl that looks like her and essentially have her replace his daughter. He dresses up as this mouse mascot that his daughter really like because there's a picture of her with the mouse mascot. We start in the women's bathroom and start taking pictures of the girl and stalks her, which is why we see her running away from him and hiding in the girl's bathroom. He ends up kidnapping her, taking her back home. Things obviously didn't go well because he ended up killing her. It doesn't allude to how things transpired, but I mean, her clothes were on the ground with the mouse head pulled off. He wanted her to play with the same mouse mascot toy that his daughter did, but instead she ripped off the head. So he got angry and drowned her. And the reason why I think he drowned her is because there are a lot of clues to that. The first one being when we're at the park in the phone booth and it fills up with water and drowns us. And then when we're close to the slide, you can hear her drowning. At the end, we see her climbing out of the bathtub that's full of water. He dismembered her in the bathtub with all the blood on the ground. And there's several clues leading up to that because we get chased around with a chainsaw that he probably used to cut her up. He was trying to get rid of her body parts by hiding it. And then all the pictures that we take of her is body parts. We don't see her fully. We only are taking pictures of her feet or her legs or her arms or her head. There's always like a body part that's missing. When we take a picture of her over by the bars, we see her headless, and then once we take the picture, then we see a bag falling to the ground and her head is in a trash bag. When we go back home, we're taking pictures of her around the home in cramped spaces, in the AC unit, behind the fridge, in the washing machine. What further supports that is a poster that's in the park of the mascot saying, "Don't litter, don't throw your trash here," is kind of alluding to him trying to get rid of those trash bags with her body parts. When we go back, we upload the pictures of Minami, and then we see her in the kitchen, but then she transforms into an older version of herself. I think he summoned her vengeful spirit and she took on the form of older version of herself so that she could exact revenge. She couldn't do anything while she was a child. She can chase him with a chainsaw while wearing the mask that he wore. And then he puts in his actual daughter, Mitsuka. It's invalid because she's been dead longer than 13 days. And Minami went missing after his daughter died. Mitsuka, she ends up calling the police and turning her dad in. When we hear the sirens, the dad goes out on the balcony. It looks like he jumped off, but if we look closer, there's a black figure that actually pushed him, and then his daughter jumps right after him. The black figure is Minami, and the mouse mascot at the end because she was wearing Mouse's head. I'd like to hear what you guys think. The game was really good. I love all the games from chillasart, and I'm really excited for the next one. Thank you for watching, and please leave a like, comment, or subscribe.